How you guys doing? Thank you guys for joining on another episode for the LLG podcast. The date is March 6th, Friday. We are on with attorney Brandon Ritchie. He's one of our Washington personal injury attorneys. Very successful, has litigated high amounts of settlements. He's just killing it in the Washington market. And then we're also joined by Dalen Rockwood, one of our SEO reps. He's definitely put a considerable amount of time into helping clients like Ritchie and a lot of our other law firm clients building their SEO, their intake system, helping on Google Ads, just creating a full service system for our clients like Mr. Ritchie. So thank you for joining us, gentlemen.
Oh, excited to be here.
So, Mr. Ritchie, I kind of wanted to just get right into it. So I remember the first meeting we had with you. One of the early things that you had mentioned was just how some of these marketing agencies just like railroad you, and then you kind of end up left picking up the pieces. So without, naming names or saying any of that, could you maybe just explain your experience that you've had as a lawyer and your perspective on the legal marketing landscape?
Honestly, it's interesting. Like I dive really deep into marketing because it's so expensive. That's like the biggest expense of our firm. So obviously we want to grow our business, and I'm not a marketing genius. I don't know how to do all this stuff. We bounce around to lots of different companies, and every single one of them, oh, your website's terrible. We need to build a new website. Oh, the last company is terrible. They don't know what they're doing. And so everybody could obviously look at every website and probably pick things apart. But I can also say, though, that I think most of them are genuinely trying. I think that most marketing companies, they want to do a good job. But my experience has been that too many marketing companies are not niche enough. They're not specific enough. And so a lot of these marketing companies, like we started out with one who at first, they would take a dentist's office and an attorney's office and a, dog grooming business. And yeah, they did fine. They did a lot better websites than I did personally. But then we switched to one that only does attorneys, and they were definitely better. I mean, they definitely. But then all the advice they're giving us is on like family law or criminal law or this crap that I don't even do, right? And so they don't understand. Like, I mean, they're saying, oh, you can get some pay per click for $20 a click. I'm like, yeah, maybe for if you're trying to get dog grooming tips for attorneys in Alaska, but they just had no idea that like to get a personal car accident attorney in Seattle, that ain't a $20 click. And so there's not niche enough. And so anyways, I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited to be joining your team because that's what you guys do. Or some of these other firms, they had no idea. Like, oh, we'll throw out $50, $50,000 a month in ads and we'll see. Let's experiment for 3 months, see how it goes. And I'm really hoping that you guys help us avoid that. And so far it's been great. So
It's exactly what Mr. Ritchie said. We are owned by attorneys. We are case generation agency. We don't focus on leads. We don't focus on the website design. We don't focus on that. Very simply, we're an ROI machine for the attorneys. We're not here to charge the attorneys for services. We're here to charge them when they make money off of cases. And with that is a very layered system. We have our website design, our SEO, our Google Ads. We also have our 24/7 intake team. So if a guy like Mr. Ritchie doesn't want to pay his staff past 5 p.m., he can leverage us, and he doesn't have to miss out on cases.
frankly, I mean, that's what the most appealing thing about you guys was. I mean, we have a big team and we have a big, I mean, I'm just transparent. We have virtual assistants we use, have, in different countries. It's so hard to monitor what calls you're going to answer and what not. And I think we have a great team, but frankly, we miss so many calls. It drives you crazy as a business owner because I pay all this money for marketing and it's like, where to go? But so anyways, I'm so excited that you guys they call you, your team does this, you set it up, you get them to us. Now I've taken away every like opportunity my team might lose if they don't answer the phone, or if my team is not the best at answering the call. And I know how to get the case. Once it's in my office, I can get it to where I need to get it. It's so hard to get them to my office. And that's what, anyways, I'm excited you guys can just take that over and do that for us.
That's the hardest thing of such high conversion value. Google understands that. So you'll have to pay a lot higher on those premiums because you have a higher propensity to make some money.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you had said is, acting as kind of this catch-all to bring all these cases and making sure we're catching as much as possible. Dalen, could you talk to just some of the viewers about how we set up SEO, how we set up the sitemap, how we structure the entire website to be that catch-all, right? Where it comes down to like car, truck, go even deeper into like ride share, and then going even deeper into that, Uber and all that.
Yeah, I mean, with SEO, there's a million different things we can talk about. Richie specifically, we're doing personal injury, and what Google wants to see, and it says it right in their guidelines in SEO and their SEO guidelines. They don't want to see, a cheesecake factory where we specialize in personal injury and family law and all this other stuff. And so, with that being said, what we've done with Richie and what we can do for all our clients is specialize in personal injury, and that goes into really deep detail in car accidents and type of injuries you can sustain from car accidents, as well as truck, motorcycle, you name it, anything under personal injury. And we go really deep into personal injury. In turn, that helps is SEO. Google sees that, oh, these guys know what they're talking about in terms of personal injury. Let's rank them higher. And because we have a higher SEO score, that actually in turn lowers our cost per click in Google Ads, which is how we get those clicks. We do get a lot of clicks through SEO. Combine that with Google Ads, you're unstoppable. We get personally just from legal leads. We did a huge revamp on SEO in the past year or so, and we've seen a massive growth through our Google Ads, as well as organic cases as well. In terms of like a site building, I'll be reviewing other attorneys' websites and see how they structure their pages, and it's off. It's they sometimes go into a, if you think of a slug as washingtonattorneys.com, and then sometimes they'll say slash forward slash practice areas, then forward slash car accidents. Uh, that's just wrong. It confuses Google and it lowers your SEO. What we do is we understand SEO. We understand that practice areas should not be a parent page. Practice areas is more of a mapping page, if you will, and it's a great page, but you want your slug to be washingtonattorneys.com forward slash personal injury attorney in Tacoma, and then slash car accident attorney in Tacoma. And that's how we've done it for Richie, obviously, specific to his practice in the states that he serves. But we did that for his entire site. He has a fairly large site, so
Yeah.
and we definitely took our time and made sure everything
Yeah.
was correct. I know we almost spent a week just doing QA to really make sure everything was perfect and it was ready to be launched and get cases.
And as a business owner, to be honest with you, I don't even like I don't have a clue what you just talked about. Like frankly, like you geek out on that stuff. You do your little backslashes. I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know, but I'm just excited that it's gonna work, right? So that's my
100%.
thing. I love having super smart geeky friends. So Dalen, like it's cool that you're there. But frankly, I'm so glad you're doing it, not me. So, anyways, yeah, you got kudos to you guys for being all, for knowing that stuff. And I'm so glad I don't have to. That's, anyways, one of those things I'm excited to be with you guys so that you make that stuff all work.
I mean, one of those phone calls that your intake team could miss could have been a commercial truck accident, which could have settled for multi millions of dollars. Obviously, you can't think of it that way, but as a business owner, it can be kind of hard to think about business going out of the door.
But even if it's $2,000, I think too many people think personal injury is all $1 million. My firm is not $1 million cases. Like I do $20,000 cases before I get to a $10,000 case, before I get to 100. You know what I mean? It's a volume thing, and so you can't always worry about missing $1 million case. But man, if you keep missing a couple $2,000 cases every day, that's 4,000 a day. That's 20,000 a month. That's 80,000. That's, I mean, 20,000 a week, 80,000 a month. That's $1 million a year. That And so for me, I look at like company like you guys, and if you can help me capture one or two of those calls that I was missing, one or two of those calls that I paid for the advertising that just we didn't capture, then you guys are free. I mean, frankly, that's how I look at it. Like your guys' cost that I have to pay per month is free if you're capturing those cases I wasn't before. Because now I'm getting not only the cases I was getting, but now I'm getting more. And now that's our anyway. So I'm excited to have you guys help me. It justifies, makes me feel better about paying somebody because now I know the cases are going to actually get signed up. And anyways, we're all on a team here. I'm excited about that.
Of course, we could have the smartest Google Ads reps, but if we don't have guys like Dalen actually putting in the time with the SEO work, none of it will actually be successful. And I think going back to what Dalen was talking about, these large sites that have a lot of pages, a lot of content and keywords, basically getting our services to pay for themselves is that bringing in cases, right? That's where the buck stops. And that's where some marketing agencies kind of get it wrong, right? They're saying like, well, Mr. Ritchie, we got you leads, right? Well, leads doesn't make you money, right? You still have to qualify, you still have to vet that case. For us, we don't like to send you anything until it's a signed retainer. We've gotten the information of the accident, date, time, location, because all this goes back into our first meeting with Mr. Ritchie, which was getting into his business, finding out how much is his max CPC he's willing to pay for a case, right? When does it start to not make sense? If his average car accident case nets him $5,000, we know that we want to be targeting lower than that in terms of our Google Ads spend. We can't bring a case for $5,500 because mathematically it doesn't make sense. Mr. Ritchie would be losing money in terms of what he's spending to acquire that case versus what actual money is going to come in from it. And that's all it really is. And where the marketing agencies really mess it up is they don't get into the mathematics and be transparent with Mr. Ritchie and ask him, hey, how much can you make off of a soft tissue car accident case, right? I can realistically, after paying office fees, the lights, and everything else under the sun, I can really only make $7,000. That gives us roughly a $4,000 to $5,000 CPA to bring that case in for Mr. Ritchie. And what we do is we take that math and we'll apply it to Google Ads. If clicks are costing $500, we're only looking at about 15 clicks. We're not looking at many clicks and opportunities to bring cases in for Mr. Ritchie, which is why having guys like Dalen, having strong SEO and strong keywords, lowers the price that Mr. Ritchie will pay.
I think the biggest thing too, the fact that, I mean, honestly, a lot of these ad agencies, they're still, well, let us put this on, and it's going to take us 2 months to kind of figure out what's working, not working. And then it's going to be 5 months before. I'm so done with letting marketing companies figure out how to make their business work with my money. Frankly, it's so frustrating. Like, okay, well, we're going to figure this out. 6 months from now, we'll probably know what works and doesn't. Well, how many times have you done this? Like, am I the first? Anyway, anyway, so I'm excited to be with you guys where this is what you do. Law firms, I'm going to let you, hopefully you figured it out with other people's money so that now like you can put my ad spend actually making cases. That's what I want as a client, right?
18 years of doing this and in some senses getting kicked in the teeth sometimes by Google. We have definitely seen the highest of highs and in some instances we have, but of course the goal is always to stuff Mr. Ritchie's pockets with money and make sure that it financially makes sense.
I'm ready. Bring it in.
When it comes to legal marketing, we are a ROI machine, right? I said it very simply. It's all about buying for $1 today, selling for $2 tomorrow. Using as many analytics and tools as possible to make sure clients like Mr. Ritchie are paying the lowest CPCs and creating a war of attrition with his competitors. I think that's one of the biggest things is when you do this marketing right, when you build the website right, when you run the Google Ads right, and you start to lower your clients' CPCs, your competitors' CPCs start to rise, right? Because your ad quality is just so much better. Your content, everything about your website is so much better than your competitors. Dalen, how do we kind of create this full environment? Not even just Google Ads, TV, radio, SEO, email marketing, in some occasions with immigration attorneys, WhatsApp marketing to make sure clients like Mr. Ritchie don't end up
wasting their money. As you were saying, we don't just do your SEO. We don't just build your website. We don't just do the Google Ads. We use every single resource to make sure that you get cases, that your campaigns are effective. And that starts from building your website, creating that SEO, and then going into the Google Ads, setting up those campaigns. At the same time, creating social media campaigns, creating television, billboard ads. But we provide all of that. So in return, at the end of the day, we can create a system that works and isn't wasting your money. We don't want to sign a client thinking, oh, okay, we're just going to do their SEO. Frankly, if that's all they want, we typically don't even sign with them. We want to grow a relationship with our clients and a long-term relationship and help them grow and become the best PI firm or family law firm in their area. We're a marketing firm that handles every aspect of marketing for your law firm.
For some of the people who might see this video and want to contact LLG, one of the biggest things is that we also vet who we work with, right? We're not just taking anyone, right? We want to make sure that the, kind of like what Dalen's saying, that the partnership is strategic, is someone who's looking to grow, because that is where we get our value from as well. I'm sure if I told Mr. Ritchie, hey, I have this stock that's trading at $200, tomorrow it might be $250. Would you like to buy $10,000 worth of it? I'm sure he might say yes or no, but at the end of the day, right, that's how we treat this, right? It's like a stock. We don't want you to buy it today for it to tank its value tomorrow, right? We want you to buy it today so you can hold it, keep it, grow it, nurture it, and then see the rewards from it. Exactly the way Dalen said, is perfect. We're not just a one-stop shop. We're not a one-trick pony. We want to ingrain ourselves in Brandon Rich and Mr. Ritchie's business. He has full faith in us. He has came to us to handle everything. We want to put that full faith back into him. If you guys need any car accident leads, truck accident leads, motorcycle accident leads, if you want to grow your law firm marketing agency, call 805-273-8791. That is 805-273-8791. You can speak with me, you can speak with Dalen, you can speak with, you can go as high as the CEO, who is my direct boss. You can ask him about any of our packages and learn how to grow your marketing agency through the roof. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate your time, Mr. Ritchie and Dalen.
Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank
Bye.
you.